Archangel Michael says, this is not just a warning, it is a spiritual intervention disguised as a message. A man unknown to you has moved within a short distance, and the file in his hand carries your full name, marked with red ink. The reason behind his sudden appearance is darker than it appears on the surface. His presence is not coincidental. He has been sent, and not by divine hands, but by someone watching you from a place of secrecy. Your name is not just on paper, it is now in a hidden system meant for manipulation. For the past few days, this man has changed his routine, monitoring your timings, your visitors, even your lights at night. His expression may look blank to others, but to the divine realm, it's a mask concealing a task. He has been given access to information that you never gave permission to release. The file contains not just your address and phone number, but notes from past incidents, personal dates, and a scribbled name you might recognize. This is no accident. This is a deliberate act meant to drag you into something unjust. Type Amen to get blessing 333. He walks casually during the day, blending with the normal rhythm of the neighborhood. But at night, when silence falls and the street sleeps, he unfolds the pages and makes calls that your spirit already senses. Your name is being spoken in conversations behind closed doors. This isn't the first time your name has been passed like this, but this time it is different. There's urgency now, a push from someone with influence, power, and the wrong kind of motive. This stranger may act harmless, but the intent behind him is heavy and dark. You've been divinely covered until now, but the shift in energy around your residence is growing louder. Your pets may act strange, your sleep may be disturbed, your peace may flicker. These are signs of spiritual interference. The man who carries your file is not just watching, he's waiting. The person who handed him this task knows you. Not in the public sense, but in a private way, they knew what to write to grab attention. They masked their jealousy as concern, but now they're using this man as a puppet in a greater plot. Type Amen to get blessing 741. Archangel Michael says, do not let the calmness around you deceive your soul. In the realm of light, movement has already begun to dismantle what was planned against you. Your angels are encircling your house right now, shielding you from what this file intends to cause. This stranger has tried to contact others, pretending to be part of a group or investigation. But the real purpose is hidden in the file's last page, a stamped document with a forged reference that could cause legal entanglement. The moment he places that page on a desk, your name would be tied to a false accusation. Do not panic, but do not remain unaware either. You are being shown the truth before it unfolds, so that you have the spiritual leverage to rise above it. Every time you've ignored your gut feeling, something delayed your progress. This time, you must listen. A woman who used to smile in your face knows about this file. She may have said, I'm just looking out for you, but her hands passed your name forward without compassion. That's why the energy in your home feels altered lately. Type Amen to get blessing 985. Inside that file is an old picture of you. Something from years ago, resurfaced for the purpose of twisting facts. The photo alone is harmless, but the caption below it is what they'll try to use to paint a false picture. God allowed you to see this message today because He does not allow destruction to arrive unannounced. What the stranger thinks is hidden, heaven has already exposed. Every paper he holds, every contact he meets, every word he utters, is now under divine observation. You have unknowingly stepped into the center of someone else's jealousy. But you will not be trapped in their net. This man thinks he is just fulfilling a task, but soon he will feel uneasy. His hand will tremble when he tries to move forward. Because the angels walking beside you are not allowing this to pass without confrontation. Your name is sacred in the realm of truth, and anyone trying to misuse it will be answered by divine retribution. This file may carry weight on earth, but it holds no power in heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 221. In the spiritual dimension, your identity is protected. But in the physical world, actions are being taken to provoke you. That's why the phone might ring and no one speaks, or you receive mail with strange initials. They are trying to disturb your peace without directly entering your space. They want your reaction. But now that you are aware, you must move wisely, not emotionally. If you look closely, you'll notice a black car that circles the block twice a day. It never parks, it never honks, it just slows down when it passes your gate. That car belongs to someone who knows this stranger. One of the calls he made recently had your name in the subject line. Not to threaten, but to inquire. They are building something without your permission, and this script is heaven's way of breaking that build-up before it becomes dangerous. Type Amen to get blessing 404. Archangel Michael says, he will soon find himself confused. The path he thought was clear will begin to shift beneath him. The divine doesn't play with evil plans, it uproots them completely. You have to prepare, not with fear but with focus. Your documents, your communications, your boundaries must be spiritually and physically guarded. This man is gathering data, but he doesn't know you are already being watched over. The woman who started this has connections she borrowed from someone else. But those connections are weak. When heaven breathes over a plan, even the most structured of conspiracies collapse. This isn't only about a file, it's about a future they're trying to delay. But nothing formed against you will stand when divine power enters the battlefield. And right now, that power is with you. Type Amen to get blessing 777. He has tried 3 times to present the file, and each time something stopped him. A pen wouldn't work, the person he wanted to meet was unavailable, the door closed at the last second. These aren't coincidences, they are divine blockages. You were not meant to be destroyed in silence. You are meant to rise with awareness. Heaven never leaves the chosen ones uninformed. The streets around you may look quiet, but tonight, a conversation will happen that begins to dismantle this stranger's mission. His phone will ring, and he will hear something that makes him hesitate. That moment will begin the downfall of what was sent toward you. Heaven doesn't warn twice without reason. You are meant to act, stay grounded, be aware, and avoid unnecessary conversations in the next few days. Not everyone is who they pretend to be. Type Amen to get blessing 565. The man was instructed to dig into your past. But he found something he wasn't expecting, a divine mark around your life that disturbed him. He may smile in public, but he is spiritually uncomfortable near you. That's because the energy you carry is not something he can manipulate. The file he holds is now a burden to him, not a tool. And soon, he'll try to distance himself from it. The neighbor 2 doors away has noticed his pattern too. Watch for signs: a curtain that moves unexpectedly, a knock with no one outside, a vehicle that parks but doesn't belong. The atmosphere is alerting you. Do not dismiss these warnings. Because when God alerts you, it means a shift is happening. And that shift will turn the trap into a testimony. Type Amen to get blessing 192. The stranger has already taken pictures of your home from afar. You might not see the flash, but the lens has captured moments meant for privacy. What they intend to do with those images is not innocent. One of the people he reports to is someone who once had a casual connection with you, a person who smiled, spoke kindly, but always carried jealousy inside. That person believes you shouldn't have received a certain opportunity. Now they've found a way to try to discredit your journey. The file has digital backups, but heaven is already causing interference in those systems. When they try to send it, errors will occur. Their plans will hit a wall, and they won't understand why. You don't need to run, you need to stay rooted and pray with precision. Because this battle is not with fists, but with intentions. And your intentions have always been pure. Type Amen to get blessing 616. Archangel Michael says, your name carries divine weight. Anyone trying to stain it will feel their own reputation unravel instead. The moment the stranger attempts to go further, spiritual fire will meet him. You may begin to feel a sudden urge to clean your home, rearrange your room, or throw away certain old items. Follow that feeling. It's a sign of spiritual alignment and removal of hidden energies. The woman behind this, she's not operating alone. She's aligned herself with a man who has legal access to some old records. They've combined information to manipulate a story. But what they didn't count on was divine interruption. A third party will unintentionally reveal parts of this plan. A voice you haven't heard in a long time will say something soon that will guide you. Type Amen to get blessing 878. The man with the file will start to lose control of his steps. Anxiety will enter his decisions. And his silence will become suspicious to those who once trusted him. You don't have to confront anyone directly. Your clarity, your peace, and your awareness are your armor. You are not to be shaken. There's a strange light that will flicker in your house soon. It's not just a power surge, it's a spiritual signal. Something unseen is being driven out. This moment in your life is not a coincidence, it's a divine checkpoint. You were meant to open this message right now. You were meant to be warned before the pages were used against you. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Someone will knock on your door in the next few days. Their smile may be warm, but their reason for being there is not what they'll say aloud. Be mindful, and let your spirit discern. The man with the file is being spiritually pressed now. His dreams are being invaded by divine visions. He will begin to feel watched, even when no one is near. The more they try to advance, the more delays will show up in their path. Heaven is placing obstacles so you have time to act and protect yourself. This is your grace period. That document with your name, it will be exposed soon in the open, but by then, it will carry no damage. What they wanted to use to defame you will become empty and invalid. Type Amen to get blessing 301. One night soon, you'll wake up suddenly without reason. That moment is a divine nudge. Speak protection over your name, your identity, and your destiny. The enemy knows your potential, even if they deny it aloud. They see your rise, your grace, and the favor that surrounds you. And that's what they're trying to interrupt. But what heaven seals, no stranger can destroy. You were chosen long before this file was ever created. You were destined to triumph before this plan was even conceived. The man will soon leave your neighborhood, but not before trying one last tactic. He may attempt to leave something behind, like a note, a delivery, or a package. Be very alert. Type Amen to get blessing 949. The house across from yours may be connected. Watch its changes, its unusual visitors, and anything that feels off. Heaven is showing you what your natural eyes might miss. Every time this stranger moves forward, something unseen will push him back. Because the angels of the Lord are not just watching, they are acting. Your environment is under divine surveillance now. The woman who triggered this will receive a personal loss. Not because you wished it, but because of the energy she sowed. What she sent out is returning to her doorstep. God doesn't expose without purpose. This message is your instruction to stay wise, stay prayed up, and stay focused. The next 7 days are key. Type Amen to get blessing 212. There is also a younger person involved, a messenger of sorts. Someone who was sent to drop hints in your space. They may have asked strange questions or observed things they shouldn't have. You must be spiritually guarded in conversations. Say less. Silence is power when the enemy is listening closely. The file they carry was meant to be shared in a private room. But now, it will be intercepted. Before it can be weaponized, it will be exposed by someone they never suspected. The document will change hands again soon, but this time, the wrong person will get it. And that person will spill what they read, not out of kindness, but out of selfish gain. Still, it will work in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 464. There is a divine shield rising above your home. That's why strange noises may echo or shadows may pass quicker than usual. It's the thinning of spiritual layers, heaven pushing darkness back. Archangel Michael says, when God is for you, even strangers who were sent to harm you begin to fear you. They cannot finish what they began, because they feel your protection without understanding it. In the next 48 hours, a coincidence will reveal itself. But it won't be a coincidence at all. It will be heaven showing you where this file came from. Everything you need to know is coming to light. You will overhear a sentence, read a message, or see a name, and suddenly it will all make sense. Trust that divine timing is working. Type Amen to get blessing 101. A camera once pointed at your door from a hidden location. But today, that lens is being broken, spiritually and physically. Their ability to monitor you is crumbling. Because when the Most High steps in, every agenda folds. The stranger's courage is withering. He's beginning to fear even opening the file again. There's a woman in your building who has been watching too closely. She will soon be questioned, not by you, but by someone else. What she says will give her away. The truth is peeling layer by layer. And very soon, the origin of the file will be in your hands. You will know exactly who started it and why. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Stay spiritually sharp. Avoid invitations that feel forced or sudden. Don't share updates with people who don't celebrate your peace. Every move from now on must be intentional. The trap is falling apart, but you must not give it oxygen. Your silence is setting the enemy's plan on fire. You are being divinely preserved through this exposure. They wanted you to panic, but instead, you will rise. Stronger, wiser, and untouched. Your name will shine even brighter after this. The stranger will vanish. And the file will turn to ashes, without ever harming you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 717. The wind may feel heavier these next few days, not because of the weather, but because of the spiritual weight being lifted. The atmosphere around you is clearing out energies that were meant to weigh you down. That stranger, that file, and every plan they tried to build is starting to collapse in silence. You are not crazy for sensing what others couldn't see. You are not imagining the shift in energy, the weird glances, or the tension in the air. Everything your spirit picked up was real, and heaven is confirming it now. There was a night recently when you felt uneasy for no reason. That was the exact moment your name was mentioned in a place you couldn't physically hear. But spiritually, your body reacted. It was a divine alarm. You are connected in ways you've forgotten. Your discernment is waking up fully now. What they intended to use to ruin your character is going to become the very proof of your innocence. Type Amen to get blessing 888. A neighbor who once greeted you warmly has recently grown quiet. That silence is not random. They overheard something, maybe they were even shown the file or parts of it, and now they're unsure what to do. But their hesitation is part of the divine plan. Because someone in the middle will not be able to hold the weight of the lies. They will slip, they will reveal, they will confess something without meaning to. You'll notice this person start to act nervous. Eyes darting, voice trembling, avoiding conversation. That's because your name is too powerful to be misused without consequences. The man who holds the file has already made mistakes. He saved it to a system that's now compromised. The information will be traced, not to you, but to them. Type Amen to get blessing 631. The spiritual fire around you is rising. Nightmares that tried to come will turn into visions of victory. The heaviness in your chest will become a strength in your steps. Archangel Michael says, your protection is not only active, it is growing. What began as a small attempt to target you is now a spiritual courtroom filled with judgment from above. The verdict has already been written, you will win. Do not allow anyone to lure you into unnecessary conversations about your personal matters. This is not the time to explain. It is the time to observe. The paper trail connected to that file is getting exposed from the inside. The organization or group that supported this stranger is crumbling. Their funding, their resources, even their people, are pulling away. Type Amen to get blessing 292. You will hear of a disagreement between two people soon. One will say, "We shouldn't have involved them." That statement is about you. That conversation will be the start of your vindication. You might receive a phone call that feels random. It's not. Listen carefully, because one sentence will stand out. It will be your confirmation that the file has lost its power. Everything they wrote in it will begin to fade in relevance. A spiritual wind is sweeping across their lies. Truth is rising, and your name is being rewritten in honor. Do not respond to intimidation. You will not be dragged into their mess. Instead, you will stand tall and watch God clean it up for you. Type Amen to get blessing 909. A hidden witness is stepping forward, not out of kindness, but out of fear. They saw something being done with your name and they are no longer comfortable being quiet. Their truth will shake the core of what was being planned. This witness was never supposed to speak. But a divine encounter, a dream, an illness, a strange event, will push them into the light. What they reveal will shut the door forever on the attack against you. Your prayers are not bouncing off the walls. They are building walls of protection. Your name is not under attack anymore. It is being guarded by something far stronger than any earthly file. Soon, the people behind this will begin to argue with each other. The stranger will lose their instructions. Confusion will fall like rain over their entire network. Type Amen to get blessing 300. Heaven is not only protecting you, it is rewarding you. This situation has unlocked a favor you didn't even ask for. You were being tested quietly, and now comes your silent elevation. The moment you felt watched, you were already being defended. That uneasy feeling was not weakness, it was wisdom. You knew, without knowing. You will be contacted by someone who originally didn't support you. Their energy will be different now. They'll come in with softness, because they've seen who you really are. Your name will now be whispered in rooms of opportunity. What was meant to drag you down has lifted you into a realm of destiny. And the one who held the file, he will disappear with nothing in his hands. Type Amen to get blessing 676. He will try to leave town quietly, without alerting anyone. But the spiritual record of what he carried will remain. God will not allow him to harm another person the way he tried with you. The house he stayed in will change. The vibration in that place will be cleared. And someone new will move in who brings peace. There may still be traces of what they tried, like strange emails, old messages, or attempted contact from unknown numbers. Block them. Delete them. You owe no one a reply. This message was your defense. Your protection. Your confirmation. What could have taken years to recover from has now been stopped before it even began. Type Amen to get blessing 110. This moment in your life will be remembered as the turning point. The time you saw through the disguise. The time your name survived an attack without a single mark. The people who tried to label you will now wear the weight of their own deceit. And you, chosen one, will walk with clarity, with boldness, with divine covering. The stranger may have come with papers. But he never had authority. The woman who initiated it may have thought she was clever, but her plan unraveled with one touch from heaven. The file meant to harm you will soon be a pile of shredded paper. But your name will remain clean, untouched, and favored. Type Amen to get blessing 555.